You do not just want things to get better. You want people to know how hard it has been. And that need is costing you more than the struggle itself. You are going through something. That part is real. The difficulty is real, the weight of it is real, and the fact that it is hard does not need to be minimized. But there is something else happening alongside the genuine difficulty. Something worth looking at honestly. A need for the people around you to know about it. To see it. To register it. And if they do not register it adequately, a frustration that is out of proportion to what they actually did. That frustration is the signal. It is pointing at something that has nothing to do with them. There is a difference between sharing difficulty with someone who has earned that access and performing difficulty for an audience. The first comes from genuine connection and trust. The second comes from a need that looks like a desire for support but is actually a desire for something else. Validation. Attention. A witness to the suffering that makes it feel more real, more significant, more excusing of whatever has not been done. Epictetus distinguished between things within our control and things outside it. The difficulty you are facing is often outside your control. How you relate to that difficulty is not. And the man who broadcasts his struggle is not relating to it. He is using it. He is converting genuine pain into social currency, trading it for sympathy, for lowered expectations, for a temporary suspension of accountability. And in doing that, he is doing something to the pain itself. He is making it load-bearing. He is making it necessary. Because if the struggle is what earns you the attention, the relief, the softened expectations, then some part of you has an interest in the struggle continuing. Not consciously. No man sits down and decides to maintain his suffering for strategic advantage. But the pattern forms quietly. Struggle produces attention. Attention produces temporary relief. The brain notes the connection. And the next time difficulty arrives, the instinct to broadcast it is a little stronger than before. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the Stoic ideal of carrying difficulty without display. Not because display is shameful in itself, but because the man who performs his suffering is outsourcing something he should be processing internally. He is asking other people's reactions to do work that his own character should be doing. And every time they do that work for him, he becomes slightly less capable of doing it himself. This is where most men resist the idea. They say that sharing struggle is healthy. That men who bottle things up are the problem. That vulnerability is strength. And there is truth in all of that. Genuine vulnerability, the kind that comes from trust and mutual care and the actual desire to connect, is real and valuable, and the Stoics were not against it. What they were against was the performance of vulnerability as a strategy. The difference is in the motivation. Are you sharing because you trust this person and the sharing serves the relationship? Or are you sharing because you need them to see you suffering and the sharing serves your need for witness? The man who needs people to know he is struggling has usually not decided what he is going to do about the thing he is struggling with. The sharing comes before the action, often instead of it. Because as long as you are still in the phase of telling people how hard it is, you are not yet in the phase of doing what hard things require. And moving into that phase is frightening. The performance of difficulty is, among other things, a way of staying in the familiar territory of the problem rather than entering the unfamiliar territory of addressing it. Seneca wrote that the obstacle is the path. Not a comfortable idea. The difficulty in front of you is not something to survive until conditions improve. It is the specific material your character is being built from right now. How you relate to it, whether you carry it quietly and work through it or display it and wait for sympathy, will determine what you become on the other side of it. The man who works through difficulty without needing it witnessed does not become cold. He becomes solid. There is a quality to someone who has been through real things and processed them without performance. You feel it when you are around them. A groundedness. A lack of drama. A sense that they have seen hard things and are still standing and are not particularly interested in being congratulated for it. That quality is built in private. In the hours when no one is watching. In the decision to stop making your difficulty into a story you tell and start making it into a problem you solve. Not because your pain does not matter. It does. But because the version of you that needs everyone to know about it is not the version that will actually get through it. The struggle is real. Work through it. You do not need an audience for that. You need the willingness to face it without the performance. And in doing that, you will discover something the performing version of you never could. That you were capable of handling it all along.